Good morning, it's Lucy. I think I've mentioned that I don't do foundation pages, but that doesn't mean that I don't prepare for December Daily. And this morning and a couple of nights ago with one of my friends, I started preparing for December Daily. And for me, that means getting organized over there on that half of the table. And it also means making die cuts, doing die cutting and doing stamping. So this morning I'm doing die cutting. I'm actually finishing up some die cutting. And what I mean is I get my stamps my dies, like the basic ones. See, this is an envelope one and it comes in a little bit larger and 2 times smaller. And what I do is I get my, my 6x6 pads, you know, those that you buy at Tuesday Morning that don't match up with anything, or that you buy at Joann's and you get them a real good price, you know, $2.50 or whatever. I have lots of these. Like, I must have 28 of these, you know. And I look at the ones that are going to match up with the collections that I have, and I do my die cutting. Like, I've already, you know, kind of gone through this pad for a little bit. And I've also used that one right there called Holiday Cheer. And so what I do is I prep. I get all my dies. Here's a stack of dies that I've used. See, I did this one, you know. I did this one. I went through all of them. This is a new one, the Stamp Market. In fact, all these are new to me. This one I bought, I think it's AliExpress. This one, Stamp Market, very expensive. This one, Sizzix, on sale. Very pretty, looks like a doily, looks like it fit into Christmas. Eileen Hull, I really like her dies. This one that I just bought, I think I bought this at Frank Garcia Studio. It makes, it cuts out little snow globes, but it also leaves this where you could put things like little pictures or words in between. So I did those, and then here's the next die that I need to use. This is a standard one, and that cuts long envelopes. So I have those, and I have others, and I'll show you what I do. I get this little plastic container that I got from Target. It's only about an inch and a half deep, and it's about, I'm gonna say like maybe 10 inches long. I get it, and I start throwing all my die cuts in here. Now, just randomly, I'm not that obsessive with organizing this, but not yet. But so what I do is I have my die cuts in here. See, I was cutting the envelopes of different sizes, this size. I was cutting the smaller ones, this size. And I do lots of them, you know, because I may get to a page where I want to do lots of these and then put little tags inside. It could be, you know, page number 5 or whatever, and I want 5 of these little things. I mean, I just sort of like, I cut them out, and this is a starting point for me for December Daily. I can get ideas just by going into my little box of die cuts. It could be a page where I want to use this, a larger envelope, or I could have a tag that I want to put, I mean, not an envelope. Yeah, and so, so it could be that I want to do a tag and I want to attach his pocket to it, a pocket. And so, boy, I haven't had coffee yet. So I want to put the pocket in there with something in it, maybe a picture, maybe a story. I've already got it cut out. This is really pretty. It's got foil and it's very simple, and it's sort of like my Felicity Jane pattern. You know, their main paper, it looks a lot like this, except it's a lighter, different shade of pink. So I look for things that could match up, right? So I do, here's some more little pockets, more pockets, larger pockets. Okay, you might want a larger pocket. So here's some larger pockets that I did. Okay, and then I have like a snowflake. This is a Sizzix die. It's like a snowflake, but it has a little window, and it has the, you could see the little stitching in there. It's really cute. And that came from one of my 6x6 pads. and it's double-sided. I may want to use that side instead. I could, but this is the front part of it. And I didn't do just one. You'll see later in here, I did, you know, a couple more of these. I never do just one. So it would behoove me to do about 6 of these, actually. I may want to use 3 on a page, you know, and then put photos in here. Wouldn't that be cute? Or I may want to dangle something like with string and have it hanging here. So I've already got the jumping points is what I'm going to say. You know, some of the things I want. Here's that one die that I showed you earlier. And I did some, this is on, it's poinsettias, but it's on foiled paper too. And it would look really pretty, would look pretty underneath the photo. So like a doily. And so this is, I cut that one out. And then I cut out a light pink one. Isn't that beautiful? And here's another one of that snow. This is on green with gold foil. Some of those 6x6 pads are beautiful. They have gold foiled paper. And it also has the inside. And the inside is a circle and it's got a stitch. So I could use this also. Could use that. And here's a red one. Told you I made 3. I need to make like maybe 3 more or 6 more just to have a stash of them. It's not a waste. If you don't use them this Christmas, you could use them next Christmas. But I love this die. Look at the little stitching there. It's so pretty. Here's some more of those little pockets. This is the die that I got from Stamp Market. And it's the candy cane die. There it is. And here it is in pink with the polka dots. I did that one. Here's that die from AliExpress. Isn't that pretty? I have this. I'll press that down. And then here's one that I messed up. The masking tape was too strong, but I still kept it. I could put an ornament there and still use it. So I have that. This is that die that I showed you with the snow globes. So it has the snow globes, you know, it cuts them out and it cuts out this piece. And then I could put it on a page and I could put some words in here in each of them, or I could decorate inside of each of these. I could make it this whole square thing into a shaker pocket. I could do that. So there's lots of ideas from just one die. And I got this one, I believe I got it at Frank Garcia Studios. And here's one that I left plain. I didn't put that little bottom of the snow globe yet, but I do have it. So I could use it, or I could use this side. I'm not really into hearts, so I'll probably use the word side. And here's this. This is a Sizzix die, one of those thick Sizzix dies, not the thin ones. But isn't that pretty? It's a stocking. It's pretty. It's rather big. So here we go. It's really big. It's pretty though. And here's the other one that I made. So I did these two. So it's just a piece of the paper. There we go. I'm gonna probably make more of those. And then these are the circles from that one die. And then I realized I had this and came with it. It goes in the middle. So I don't know if that's like that I could maybe embroider. I don't know, but it's really cute. And then more of the pockets from a different paper pad. Here's another pocket. Here's another one because, you know, you use those a lot. And this is a real cute one. This is the last sheet of paper that I had with this on it, the North Pole. And then I also cut out some words, like the word joy is here in all so many different papers. I think I cut it out like 4 or 6 times. So this is the word joy all stacked up here in the corner so it won't get lost. And then these are some cutouts from a recollections pad that I had left over from last year. And so I thought, you know what, maybe I'll use these. They certainly go with Felicity Jane. They're very simple. See how that? Not a whole bunch of pattern on there. Didn't go, it's not like crazy pattern. Here, happy holidays. So if I could use them, they're here. And there's some tags also. I haven't completely cut them out, but they're in here. So that's what this is. This is my way of prepping for December daily. This is like one thing that I do, okay? Another thing that I do is, like today, it's just stamping. My machine's here, and I'm sitting here going to town, and I'm hunting for more of my December dies. I mean, I think I've got some in that peppermint thing, and then I think I've got some way over there in that bucket. So there'll be more than this, and plus I'm going to a scrapbook store in about an hour, my local scrapbook store. I live in Glendale, Arizona, so it's the one in Peoria. It's called Scraps of Love. I'm heading over there today. They have a 30% off sale, and I'm not looking for paper because I have tons of paper, but I'll be looking for dies or stamps because, you know, I can never have enough of those. So anyway, here's my paper pads. I have like about 6 pads only there, but I also have you know, like glitter paper, and I also have foam, like foam sheets in different colors that could go underneath something if I want to raise it a little bit. I don't see me using that because, you know, really want to raise anything in your book. But I've got 2 albums that I'm using. Remember those 2 3-inch ones that are like the gingerbread houses? So I have that. So the other half of prepping, so that you know that prepping is more than just, you know, doing a foundation page. The other half, let's see if I can move my coffee mug here, is this. And I did this last year. I used the Tim Holtz phrases. See this one, Joy to the World? And so I cut out 3x4. I stamped it and then cut them out in 3x4, or I think I cut them out first and then I stamped them. Yeah. Dashing Through the Snow, blank one. Here's another one, Making Spirits Bright. So these are the colors that are in the collections that I'm using. Of course, the standards, you know, Dashing Through the Snow. So I did a lot of these, okay. Here's some trees, I just used trees. I get out my stamps and I start stamping. That's what I do. I mean, there's no, here, it's the most wonderful time of the year. That came one of the phrase with one of the Tim Holtz stamps. I think the one with Santa and the sleigh has that saying on it. So I do that to keep it simple. If I don't want something real complicated on my page, I have a bunch of them here. I also did 4x6 ones. Let me see if I can find them in here. They may not be in here. Would you believe I may have another stash somewhere else? But these are the ones that I used last year. But I also took some of Tim. Oh, and I also put these in here. These are just blank. I mean, ruled horizontal journaling cards. Because, you know, when you're doing telling a story, sometimes all you need is like a journaling spot. You're looking for something with that's ruled like that. So this is my go-to, and I have more 3x4 cards in here, and then I have let's see, yeah, but I also have some 4x6 that I've cut out of the Tim Holtz cards. Let me see, I want to show you. Let's see if there's any in here. This is the first half of my December daily from last year. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but I do want to show you the cards on how I mean about having them ready. Let's see if I can find one. Okay, so I did these. That's just on a white card. I used, this is probably a Tim Holtz tree, and I did it in different shades of green going down. See how pretty that is? Me. I also, let's see if I can show you a card. Nope, it's not in here. Maybe it's in the part 2. But I did a 4x6. I stamped it on watercolor paper and I watercolored the image. And it looks really, really nice. Now, last year I was retiring in December. So I thought I had finished both of my books. Oh, see this one? See how I used it right in here? This is a card that I made. So I'm real proud of that with this, whatever the story is on the back. But I thought I had finished and I haven't. So here's this one. See how it goes with that green paper dashing through the snow. Let's see if I can find what I'm trying to show you. There. Now, this is what I was going to show you. I put this on watercolor paper. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. And then I used ink, his Distress ink, as the watercolor, and I painted that. Isn't that pretty? It colored it in. Isn't that beautiful? So you could do beautiful cards like this with his stamps. I ordered one of his stamps this year, the one that has the wreaths. I think it has a wreath on the bottom, it has some music on the side, and it has some bells on the upper left-hand corner. So it's a large set, and I ordered it from Simon Says Stamp so that I could get that free, the 2 little snowmen free. So I just ordered that like 2 days ago. So I'm going to have that, and I'm looking for his mini phrases. You know how those phrases were that I just showed you? These are rather large, but he has some mini phrases and I'm looking for them. Trying to get a good deal on it. I found them for like $28. I don't want to pay $28. 23, maybe, you know, 20, but I don't know about 28. So here's another example of how I use my cards. So this is prepping, right? To me, it's prepping. It's not doing foundation pages, but it's prepping. Well, I found out that I haven't finished my December daily from last year. I just found out last night. I thought I was done, but I'm not. And so I've got to look back to see if I printed oh, here's some other cutouts that I did. These are from the stamp market, and I did a whole pile of them. I stamped them, then I used the die, and I went back and cut them out. And it really helped because I used them. Let's see if I used them here. Yep, here's another one. I used them here. They're really cute. That's my granddaughter. So so it really helped me, you know, do some decorating. Anyway, I just wanted to come on to show you that there's other ways to prep other than doing foundation pages, and you can relax and have your coffee and you don't have to put a lot of thought into it. You could be thinking about other things because all you're doing is die cutting and stamping. You're not like planning like, oh my God, what is this page going to look like without knowing what it eventually will look like. So none of that. It's too stressful for me. I like to just take it really easy. So thank you. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to let you go. Thanks a lot. Bye.